Unit 4, Recording 4. A.
Child psychologist Camilla Batmangelic, whose family came to Britain from Iran in the 1970s, had had a dream ever since her own difficult childhood, to open a drop-in centre where underprivileged children from troubled homes could take refuge when they were not at school. When she finally found the premises that she had been looking for, she was warned that the centre would be overrun by local teenage gangs, many of whom carried knives and even guns. Rather than trying to keep these wild teenagers out, Camilla made a highly courageous decision to open her doors to them too. But experience convinced her that they would never respond to the authority of middle-class social workers, so again she made a very unusual decision to recruit as care workers young men who were themselves ex-gangsters and drug dealers, to whom these youngsters would be better able to relate. No child is born a criminal, believes Camilla. 13 years later, Camilla's charity, Kids Company, looks after 17,000 vulnerable young people in London and feeds 2,000 children who are starving because for one reason or another their parents are unable to feed them.
B.
14-year-old Jack Slater was still wearing his school uniform when he leapt in to help security guards who were being attacked by a group of men in his local shopping mall. The fight had broken out after the group of 4 men were asked by the security guards to leave the shopping centre because they were causing trouble. Jack, whose bravery was captured on CCTV, had gone to the shopping centre with a friend after school. Dozens of adults gathered to watch the fight, but only Jack moved in to help. He saw one of the security guards being pinned to the ground and jumped on the back of his assailant and pulled him away. The police later arrived and arrested all 4 of the men. Jack was tracked down from the CCTV footage and presented with a £50 shopping voucher by the shopping mall to thank him for his actions.
C.
On the 27th of May, Lucy Gale, a taxi driver from West Yorkshire, came across a collision on a level crossing between 2 cars. When she arrived at the scene, both vehicles were on the line. An elderly woman driver was lying across the steering wheel of one car, and the other driver was frantically trying to get out of his vehicle. Lucy looked round and saw that a train was approaching. She crossed the line on foot, dragged the woman from the vehicle and took her to a place of safety. Having made sure the woman was safe, Lucy went back to the car and, after a struggle with the seat, managed to drive it off the crossing just as the train passed. She then went to the other car and forced the other driver's damaged door open in order to let him out. Her action stopped the train from derailing and, in all probability, prevented a serious rail accident.
D.
He received burn injuries on his face, back and arms, is still recuperating and lost 1 year of school. But ask him, would he put his life in danger once again if caught in a similar situation? Every time, Om Prakash says. The boy, the son of an Uttar Pradesh farmer, pulled several of his friends alive out of a burning van, caring little about his own safety. On the 4th of September, Om Prakash was going to school along with other students in a Maruti van. But all of a sudden, the van caught fire because of a short circuit. The driver immediately opened his door and fled. But Om Prakash broke open the van door and pulled out the others, ignoring the flames that had spread to his face, back and arms. He rescued 8 children.
E.
When Martine Wright lost both her legs in a bomb attack in London, it seemed as if her life had come to an end. She lost 80% of the blood in her body and spent 10 days in a coma. However, Martine was determined to fight her way back. She had to learn to walk again, and as part of her rehabilitation, she started playing wheelchair tennis and then switched to sitting volleyball. Since then, she has managed to gain a place in the British Paralympic sitting volleyball team and competed in the London Paralympic Games. Martine, who has also got married, had a child, and done a parachute jump since she lost her legs, says that her experiences have made her determined to grab every opportunity that comes her way.